back to another video. I have a pretty busy day today. I actually have something crazy to tell you guys. So last week was an absolutely awesome week. I'm talking about highest of the highs, but also one of the lowest of the lows. Last week, Wednesday, very last minute, very impulsive decision. I traded in my Jeep SRT, which you guys have probably seen in the video a couple times, and I picked up my dream vehicle. Drop down in the comments and kind of take a guess. But if you guys kind of get the feel for who I am, my vibe, you guys should know what I picked up. Anyways, I picked up a 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee TRACKHAWK. Yes, all 707 horsepower, red key and all. Got it, picked it up, super ecstatic. Like, I just felt like so accomplished. Like, just everything leading up to that point, life has been really good. Picking up the design position with the Naka, like finally having the time to build my personal brand on social media. Just life is moving in the right direction, which is what I came out here to do, which is the reason why I kind of initiated the movement to Houston. So I kind of just wanted to celebrate and give myself something nice. So I got that, enjoyed it, loved it, super happy, until about 4 hours later. Yeah, 4 hours of owning the vehicle. You guys are not gonna guess what happened. Vehicle gets broken into, and not only broken into, but it gets stolen from my apartment complex. Thankfully, I had a tracker in there, but let me tell you, this was one of the most stressful nights of my entire life. I was just so just like distraught and just angry and frustrated. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, I just bought this vehicle and somebody is literally stealing it right now. I get the notification at 11:50 that a vibration was detected in the TRACKHAWK, basically meaning somebody shattered my glass. And then 3 minutes later, I get the notification that my engine was started, and a minute after that, the vehicle was moved. And I was like, bro, you were joking. So I get ready, rush down, tell the security guard, yo, somebody's stealing my vehicle. Did you see anything? He's like, I seen a black Jeep pull out, but I was talking to somebody, so unfortunately, like, I just didn't really like catch any suspicion. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? You're right here in front of the gate, bro. Like, you have one job, and that's to make sure that our property is not getting vandalized or stolen. So anyways, he wasn't really a help to me. I mean, later on, really cool dude. I don't want to throw any shade at him, but it's like, bro, like, shit like that can't be happening, especially for the amount of money I pay in rent. So anyways, I get on the phone with the police, call 911, give them live location of the ping. They track the vehicle down. They get the dude in a high-speed chase. They end up cornering him, capturing the dude. I get my TRACKHAWK back, but unfortunately fucked it up so bad. All right, it's not as bad. I'll show you guys some clips, but it's just like, I just bought the vehicle and it was pretty much brand new. So considering that, the vehicle's pretty fucked up. Like, I have to do the whole insurance claim. I actually have to go over to the Dodge Auto Repair shop right now and kind of get the quote and appraisal for that. That's probably gonna be like a 3 to 5 day process. And then have to drop the vehicle back off once all the parts come in, so they can basically repair the vehicle. So I haven't even had the vehicle for a week, and I'm probably not gonna have it for 4 weeks after Friday, which is just like a really unfortunate situation. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this meal in a bit of a rush. I have to leave here within like the next 10-15 minutes. I do wanna stop and get coffee. Shout out to Vic. I woke him up in the middle of the night. I was like, bro, you gotta take me to the police department. We gotta go pick up the TRACKHAWK. It got stolen. He hops out of bed. He's like, bro, what? He hops out, we drive, and then this place is out in the boondocks, bro. It was like 30 minutes away. It's a part of Houston I've never been for, and I'm never going back to, ever. It's so like just ratchet. And that's the thing about Houston. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. Like, I love Houston. It's a great city, but you really have to know how to navigate the city. And I mean, that's with any major city, even like cities like LA, San Francisco, back in California. That's where I'm from, if you guys didn't know. But you just have to know how to really navigate. But yeah, so that's kind of been what I've been going through the past week. I mean, I was on a 34-hour bender, bro. After the car got stolen and I got it back, I just could not sleep. I literally stood up for 34 hours straight. And it's just been, man, that whole week, like I said, it was one of the best weeks of my life, but also one of the worst weeks of my life. But thankfully, I'm just glad I got the TRACKHAWK back. It's still in good condition besides the cosmetic damage that I'll show you guys before we head out. Once I get it back, get all the repairs done, we'll do a little test drive, do a couple pulls for you guys, let you guys hear that supercharger whine. In chest today, Alpha Land session, It's gonna be pretty nasty. I'm gonna show you guys a couple tips, a couple techniques that I've been implementing since I've been on this diet break. Strength is coming back, energy is coming back. Stress level is risen due to the situation, but it's starting to come back down now. So we're gonna get an absolutely killer session in. Gonna get this meal in, just 300 grams of egg whites, 1 bagel, a little bit of salsa on top. I've really been enjoying my food lately, pretty much just eating the same foods, just in higher quantities, and throwing a couple things that I wouldn't usually throw in during a strict caloric deficit. So, and overall, weight's still dropping. I mean, I'm pretty surprised. I think my metabolism has kind of rebounded, which is good. So basically, I was eating at the lowest 1845 non-training days, 1945 on training days prior to this diet break. Now I'm eating around 2600 on training days and non-training days, and the weight's still dropping. Woke up yesterday 190 pounds, today 191, and that is because I did have a bowl of cereal last night. Yes, I cracked. I've been eating a couple bowls of cereals a night, but you know, it's all good. We make up for it. As long as the weight's moving, conditions improving. Still strict on the diet, but obviously some leniency. Enjoying the little diet break before we get back into a push in the caloric deficit and like try and do a true body recomp. So I'll touch on that in a different video though. I'll kind of talk about diet updates, cycle protocols, and all that once I get more information on that. Still battling with the lipids. They are improving, but I'm basically just staying as precautious as possible. So everything is still very low amounts. Only a couple special sport supplements I'm taking right now. Obviously testosterone being one, and then human growth hormone being the other. Very moderate HRT dosages on those, just until the health gets better. And once the health gets better, we're gonna push into a nice little rebuilding phase, and you guys are gonna see me blow the fuck up. So excited for that. But yeah, I gotta head out here soon, so I'm gonna get this meal in. I'll catch up with you guys at the coffee shop. We've also only been having like one elevator working for the past like 2 weeks. I live on the 24th floor. Stairs are not an option. It's been taking like, I swear, like 10 minutes just to get up and down from my apartment. First world problems, I guess. But like I'm living at IMT. Some bullshit. Got elevators in here. 910. See what motherfucker took their dog in here and let them piss. It's gross. Luxury my ass. Cold start for you guys. Try to get in through the trunk, like pry it open. So inside they cracked the interior handle. Gonna have to get that replaced. So I don't know if they had like a crowbar or whatever, but they're trying to pry this open to get inside the trunk. I guess they couldn't get it, but yeah, they basically cleared that whole thing off. So once they figured out they couldn't do that, they went over here and smashed this window clear in. I got it fixed, obviously, because I don't want to just drive around and have the car sitting with the broken window. That's just easy access for another theft. But got that fixed. They smashed that all the way in. I guess when they're in the high-speed chase, the guy bottomed out and he cracked my whole rocker panel. So you can see it. Basically, it's off trim. Bottom's all hanging loose. I have duct tape on there so I'm not scraping. But yeah, that's probably the most significant thing. The whole front dash, I was able to bolt that back up. They didn't strip any wires or cut anything, but basically that's how they get access and gateway to the vehicle. So when I retrieve the vehicle, the whole dash is pulled off. I'll have pics, I'll have Vic insert them in the video somewhere over here. But pulled the whole dash off, pulled the carpeting out, just like a whole fucking headache, man. Inside, there's a lot of like cosmetic issues now. A lot of scratches from them crawling through the Jeep with all the glass shattered everywhere. Scratched up some of my seats, some of the plastic trims, scratched up my steering wheel, messed up my push to start button, and then they also just like some paint damages, scratched my car right here, dented it, probably from like rocks, or they had like a screwdriver. They found a screwdriver and a drill when they captured the dude from the car. So obviously they had some hardware and they're just picking at the vehicle, obviously damaging it in the process to get it stolen. But pretty much, they also broke my mirror right here. I'm not too sure how that happened. Maybe he hit something or whatever, but that's all messed up. I think they also tried to pop my door handle open because it's a bit stiff, and also the touch lock does not work. Typically, if I have my key in range and I come here, it'll unlock my car. Doesn't do that, so that needs to get repaired. I'm pretty sure they bottomed out my shocks because when I drive I can hear it squeaking, so that's a mechanical issue, which is honestly what I'm most worried about during this basically inspection process that I'm gonna go get it done with. I just hope that the supercharger, the engine, suspension, all that's okay, because if it's trashed, the insurance is gonna salvage my vehicle, and that's really gonna fucking suck. But I mean, other than that, like, the car is pretty straight, still looks brand new, still looks good. I still enjoy driving it, of course. I mean, when you have something like this and it's something that you've wanted for a very, very long time. I remember when this first came out in 2018, I was like, I need that car one day. And obviously I've been able to put myself into a position now to where I can afford nice luxury things like this. But obviously when you get yourself to that position, you're gonna have a bigger target on your back. You're gonna be more vulnerable to things like that. So just stay wary of that, especially if you drive anything Dodge or Mopar. Make sure you guys get some type of aftermarket security system in there, because if not, I promise you, it's only a matter of time before it gets stolen, especially if it's the V8, the 6.4, or the king of all, the 6.2 supercharged 707 horsepower. And actually, a cool little thing, I popped the hood open. This isn't a stock TRACKHAWK. I didn't know that when I bought it. So it actually has an aftermarket tune and some things done to it. So this is actually pushing about 1,000 horsepower to the crank. So I'm looking at probably about 850 to 900 to the wheel. And that is just absolutely insane. Like, when I tell you the joy you get from driving a machine like this is just crazy. And for those of you who don't know, I am a very big car guy. I've always been into cars. My first car in high school was a 1972 Dodge Challenger that my mom got me. Basically, I rebuilt that all through high school, got it driving, and that was like kind of where my addiction for American muscle began. I mean, I've been with Dodge ever since. I had a 72 Challenger, and then when I first moved out here to Houston, I had a 2020 Dodge Charger Scat Pack wide body in smoke show gray. That did get stolen out here in Houston, so as you guys can see, I just haven't had much luck, and these vehicles are very prone to that. Unfortunately, Dodge, fix your shit, because it is mad annoying that you have customers going out here and dropping hella money on these vehicles and they just get stolen just like that. You don't have any issues with that when it comes to luxury cars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche. Obviously those are top of the line, extreme of the stream, but still, bro, it's like you guys can do something to make it a little better, a little more secure, and a little less easier for these thieves to come and steal your vehicle, instead of having your customers have to go out and drop 2K on an aftermarket alarm system when they're already dropping absurd amounts for these vehicles. But yeah, anyways, gonna head to the coffee shop, pick some coffee up, need the energy. I still live off of caffeine. I need to taper my tolerance down, because right now I'm probably sitting at about like 4 cups a day, which is absolutely insane. Sometimes it fucks up my sleep, which I'm very aware. So I'm gonna make some adjustments to that. Gonna go get that, head to Dodge, and then probably catch up with you guys at Alphaland. Yeah, see if they run away home. Yeah, on the way to run some errands. Of course, sir. Or repairable. Look how beautiful that thing is. Just look at the body, look at the silhouette. Such a beautiful car. If it's totaled and the insurance catches me out, I think I'm just gonna use that money for a down payment on that new Dodge Demon 170. That might be the move. But I don't know, man. I just love the Cherokee silhouette. You get the speed, the power, the aggressiveness, the thrill, the adrenaline rush. But then also you have a mid-size SUV that's very comfortable for long distance traveling, cargo hauls, whatever it be. Very versatile. Vic always head to this coffee shop. There's like 3 of them that I kind of go to. This one's the closest to us, so I'm always kind of hitting it up whenever I'm craving something other than espresso or pour over made at home. This is from Giant Leap Coffee, right here on Post Oak. So if you're in the Houston area, check them out. I got the ISS with oat milk. Very, very good, very smooth, very bold, but not too bold. And the strength of it is just right. finish this off, you'll have the energy. It's very sustained. They source a lot of their coffee beans. They basically get them shipped in, so a lot of them are from Colombia, Ethiopia, etc. So you get very, very clean caffeine, very clean coffee beans, very good ingredients. I would rate this probably solid 9 out of 10 for a blended drink. Typically I'm just a black coffee type of guy, but sometimes I like to mix it up. So phenomenal, nice, creamy, and smooth. Pause. What's up, y'all? Just got to the dealership. Gonna go talk to my dude Ira. He took care of me the first time the Charger got stolen. It's really good, do really good work here. So I'm gonna go catch up with him, then I'll meet up with y'all after that. All right, y'all, just got done with everything. I mean, from what Ira's telling me, it seems like it's gonna be a pretty long process, which sucks. I mean, it's gonna take a while for me to get everything back. And unfortunately, I did not have rental car coverage on my insurance plan. So that's gonna be an out-of-pocket cost that I don't really wanna deal with. I mean, I've had to put so much money into this car since the incident, just like super financial inconveniences. And it's just like, just more of a headache, more of just kind of like an issue I don't want to deal with. But I mean, whatever I got to do to get the car fixed, get it fixed, because I'm not about to just drive around with this car being broken as shit. Like, it's just not happening. But yeah, gonna head home now. Got a meeting to attend, design meeting with Josh, one of our other designers, Darren. So I'm gonna knock that out, and then I'll link up with you guys for the pre-workout meal and the upper body session at Alpha Land today. All right, y'all, just getting the standard pre-workout meal in. As you guys know, for those of you who've been following the channel, it's always cream of rice, dark chocolate, and the new addition since the calorie break is almond butter. Rice has also been up from 40 grams to 80 grams pre-training. So pretty high carb and insulin spike, which is just gonna give me that glycogen storage to get a pretty solid pump during the workout. So we got 80 grams there. And we're gonna do about 10 grams of 85% dark chocolate, 11 grams, I'll take it. Pick up your almond butter, make sure the ingredient list is literally just almonds. You don't want anything with added sugars, oils, all that garbage. It's gonna cause a lot of inflammation in the gut tract, especially if you have a sensitive digestive system. It's also just unnecessary things that you don't really need. So straight almond butter, 20 grams of that. And the concept behind this is to get a little bit of fats in to help slow down the metabolization process of this pre-workout meal. Since it's about a 30-minute drive to Alpha Land, I don't want my insulin levels to peak immediately. So throw in a little bit of fat, that'll help slow that process down just a tad. 20 grams on the dot. Mix that up. And that's going to be the pre-workout meal. Now, honestly, at first, I didn't really like cream of rice, but the more you eat it, the more it grows on you. And honestly, it's one of the few carbohydrates that I can eat an abundance of to where it doesn't cause me to be sluggish or it doesn't cause any type of bloating or digestive issues. With something typically like oatmeal. I used to do oats in the past. Oats are very fibrous, which can lead to some digestion issues. In other words, just bloat pre-training. And that's one thing I do not enjoy at all. I like to be as neutral as possible and having all my energy focused on one goal and one goal only, and that is to dominate the workout. So pre-workout meal there. For those of you who don't know, I am a product designer over at Anaka, which means I get access to a lot of exclusive things. One of that being the new Jack Italian pre-workout. Probably have Vic blur this label out just because I don't want you guys to see the graphics because it is unreleased. But we have a pretty good solid stack, good formula. I'm gonna do a scoop of pump and a scoop of pre. Again, not too sure on the release date of this, so unfortunately I will not be able to disclose the ingredient list, and it will be blurred out in the video, but it's really good. If you guys have had a Nakha Power sups in the past, we all know, Charlie and Sam know, the whole team knows that they weren't really it. The formula was really underdosed, not as optimal. Re-innovated formula stack is definitely one to try out. The pumps are amazing, the energy is very clean, and the mental focus is very stable throughout the entire duration. So scoop of pre, scoop of pump, and then what a lot of people tend to do is just fill this up to about 8 or 12 ounces. Now when you're taking anything with glycerol or some type of pump agent, what those do is they pump more water and more hydration into the muscle. So why wouldn't you fill the cup all the way up? So I'm gonna do 20 ounces of water in this, sip it on the way to the gym, usually consume it about 30 minutes out. So I'll drink it on the way to the gym since it's about a 30-minute drive, and that just allows everything in the system to metabolize and peak. You have to think anything that you put in your body has a metabolization process and a time period in which it takes for that to occur. So typically anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes is good ballpark range to have all these ingredients peak your blood system as you get into your workout, which is obviously what you want. That's the whole purpose of taking things like this. Also, today is Monday, so that means injection day. I inject twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. Testosterone was taken about 2.5 hours ago. I typically take it in the morning, but due to the rush, I just didn't have time, so I went ahead and got that in. Again, I don't want to do that too close to training time, just to allow everything to peak in. So I usually try, if I'm behind on it and I don't do it in the morning, I try to get the injection done about 2 hours pre-training. I'm gonna go ahead and get my pre-workout meal in. I'll catch up with y'all at Alpha Land. All right, y'all. This is gonna conclude today's video. Just a quick recap. Overall, the session was pretty good pump. Obviously, that's gonna be due to the diet break. Just more energy, more calories, which obviously is just gonna be more energy for input and output, performance output. I'm gonna go ahead and get my post-workout meal in. So I typically buy a protein shake. Lean Body is what I've been copping lately, but usually it's just 40 grams of a quick digestible protein that typically comes from a form of whey isolate, and then 2 Rice Krispie treats. Reason behind this: quick, fast acting carbs that get me replenished as quickly as possible. I also eat one about 40 minutes into my workout, just to kind of have some more peri-workout nutrition and energy consumption. Threw in dumbbell incline press today. Vic actually convinced me to do that. Movement felt pretty good, but I did notice I am kind of having some stability issues with the shoulder, and honestly that's probably one of the biggest downsides of doing a primarily machine-based split, is you kind of lose some of that stability when it comes into free weight. But overall, I definitely want to add that movement back in. It felt really good, and I feel like within weeks times I can kind of be back to where my maintenance was before I stopped doing them, which was about the 120-pound dumbbells for anywhere from 6 to 8 reps, just depending on the day. But anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in. As of now, I think we're at 220 subs, so just 10 shy of last video's goal. But I mean, from what, 200 to 220 in about a week's time, when you guys see this video, post every Wednesday, it's climbing. The community's growing, and I can't tell you guys how appreciative I am of that. You guys are absolutely just keep motivating me and keep driving me to keep pushing this content out, and I look forward to sharing it more with you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.